We're the indie project Bee and Theo, and we've been living and travelling the world in vans for the past 6 years. We're currently renovating an abandoned stone barn in Portugal to turn into a beautiful tiny home for us and our cats Ginjey Bear and Furrnando. Follow our journey from the very beginning as we document the whole process of creating an off-grid home.
Good morning guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I just need to stand here because the goats are looking like they might want to go out for a little run earlier than they should do, but it's another beautiful day here in sunny Central Portugal and I've got so much to be getting on with. Number one task every morning is to make sure the goats have got all their grains. They've got plenty of water over there, I can see that, but what I've noticed over here is they've got an armchair in their enclosure. I didn't put it there, so Bee must have brought it down. I imagine it's for Bee to sit on more than the goats, but the goats love climbing on things, so I'm sure they're going to enjoy it too. I'm intrigued on how comfortable this chair is. Actually is comfortable. It's definitely a Portuguese style chair because my hips barely fit between the sides of the chair, so it's obviously for a small person, but you can see why Bee brought this down here. Just got lovely views, she can hang out with the goats, and yeah, you can just sit here, feed the goats by hand. Matilde, come on, come on, come on, come on. She's not having it. It's been way cooler over the last week, which has been really nice. It means that I've been able to get out in the mornings on the tractor because they released the fire ban, which means that you can use metal implements in the mornings. So I've been going out, cutting the grass with the tractor, but unfortunately I had a problem with the tractor that I need to try and fix later on, but first I need to get their food topped up. So now the animals are fed and watered, it's time to start laying some piping. Exciting times actually, because we really want to get running water into the house. So before I start laying the pipe down, we've got a little bit of a problem, and I've already started work on it, but I've got the toughest granite stone right where I need to run the piping, which is really frustrating. So I'm gonna try and get the angle grinder out. I've already had a go at it the other day, and it's the toughest stone I've seen so far on our property, and I've come across a lot of stone on here. It's probably a good, I don't know, foot of dirt, and then you dig down, you just hit granite all the time in various places. So I need to try and work this down so that obviously the pipe is under the ground and doesn't get damaged. Before I spend any more time chopping out that stone so I can get the pipe through there, I'm just going over with this big metal rod, and what this allows me to do is go right deep into the soil and see if I hit any stone, because I'm thinking it might be easier just to dig the channel slightly further around, like a couple more feet to the edge, and then I can just cut in at the water tank. But to be honest, this boulder probably runs all the way under here. I can already hear that I'm hitting stone right there, probably like, yeah, not even 6 inches into the soil, so that's not a good sign. This whole thing is just a big granite boulder. Time to get the angle grinder out, I think.
Whilst Theo's outside laying all the piping, I'm sat inside our gorgeous barn planning our trip for Canada, which I am mega excited about. And one thing I've been looking into is all of the travel restrictions involved, and I've been using a fantastic free app called Berber, who have kindly sponsored today's video. This completely free app is available to download from the Play Store, the App Store, and also their website. And like I said, it will show you the travel restrictions from one country to another. By simply entering the details from the country you're travelling from to the country you're heading to, and also whether you're vaccinated against COVID-19 or not, it will then show you all of the information you need prior to your arrival in the country, links to the documents you need, and then what to do once you get there. It can be a real headache researching and figuring out what you need for each country you're travelling to, especially as some require documentation and tests, whereas others require absolutely nothing. Berber is also adding loads of new features, such as the cheapest and easiest ways to buy mobile data abroad, airport transfers, weather, emergency phone numbers, and important details for every country. It's accurate and updated in real time. Berber takes the hassle out of travel and is completely free. Download Berber by clicking the link in our description and start planning your trip today.
I'm not taking any chances. I'm gonna wear my dirt bike goggles so I'm fully protected, and then on top of that I'm gonna wear my chainsaw helmet.
All in my head, trying my best, didn't know what I wanted. Never looked up, never was enough, wishing I could be something. Thunder and rain, losing my way, only made me so higher. Taking my shot, all that I got, setting my soul on fire. There's only one thing I know, the best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? Deep in my heart, touching the stars, holding on oh so tightly. Making my plans, taking a chance, leaving it all behind me.
I'm just having a quick breather in the shade. Even though I'm working in the shade, it's kind of dappled sunlight and it's heated up so quickly today. There's no cloud cover, it's really warm, but I'm making good progress. It's slower than I hoped, but I'm getting there. I've got one more stone to channel through and then I can start laying the pipe.
Never the same, riding my way, turning my dreams up louder, chasing that spark out of the dark, running to the final hour. There's only one place to go, the best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not?
I think this is some of the hardest granite stone I've ever seen. Absolutely brutal. I'm sweating like crazy, but the channel is now done. And to finish it off, I just laid down a really thin layer of sand on the bottom, just in case there's any like jagged stone or anything that could, you know, over time wear the pipe down. So it's got a nice soft bed to sit on, and I'm ready to start running the pipe.
Wake up now. Wake up. We can get this started. We can get this started. Wake up now. Wake up. We can get this started. We can get this started. There's only one thing I know. There's only one place to go. The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or not? The best is yet to come. Are you ready or not? Ready or not? Are you ready or
wrestled 100 meters of pipe all the way to the top of the hill in the ditch that we've dug, ready to cover back over. The way I've designed this system is we've basically got one pipe coming from the well, our main well, all the way to a tank here, and then from here we have one pipe going all the way up to the other tank. So I've designed it incredibly simply, so if there is a problem, you know where to look for the leak, because there's not generally going to be a leak midway on this pipe because there's no joins whatsoever underground. All the joins are exposed and easy to get to. And now what I'm doing is just going along the ditch and just piling bits of dirt in probably 5-10 meter sections just to keep the pipe down so I can figure everything out, and then we can go down and actually start the pump and see if it will actually pump this far, because it's only a small little pump and I'm aware that it's a fly attacking me. I'm aware that we might need to buy another pump to pump this far and this high, but I'm pretty sure the little Honda water pump will do the job. So I got my snippers. The last thing I got to do is just get a nice clean cut on this pipe, get it connected to this whole system that I've been working on, and then I'm going to go down, start the petrol pump, see what happens. Make sure that join's nice and tight, then we're good to go. Switch this on. Turn this off. Okay, so the pump's going. Need to run to the top of the property and hopefully we got flowing water out of the pipe. Here we go, flowing nicely. Some good power. That'll be more than enough because the tank goes to about this height. So if I put this up here, still flowing out nicely. So I think we're good. Bee, knock it off! There we go. Success. I've just come down to the tractor because when I was mowing the other day, I had a bit of a problem. Basically, I heard a noise and then I saw all of the fluid just leaking out of this pipe here. So I immediately stopped, and then all the fluid out of the radiator just completely emptied. So I took this off and it does have a couple of holes in it. It's very old. It could even be the original part, who knows. And this tractor is from 1979, so it's very old. Parts are gonna wear and tear. But basically I took this to a Kubota dealership and they managed to order me in this part the next day, which is just incredible. I thought I was going to wait a long time to try and get hold of this part, but I've got it. So this is like a coolant pipe basically. So I need to take the old fittings off of this pipe, attach them to here. Hopefully this fits just like the old one. I mean, it looks exactly the same. And then I can flush out the system and then fill it up, and hopefully we can be back on the road. not having my tractor for a couple of days. It's been sad. I use it pretty much daily, so when you haven't got it, you just like want to get back on it, get mowing. It's an absolute workhorse, even though, like I say, it's from 79. It's never skipped a beat before, so it's the only problem I've ever had with it. I'm just going to take the old brackets off now, and then I can put them on the new one. But you can see what condition this is in. There's a massive great slit. You can see where the screwdriver's going right through. That's where all of the liquid was gushing out. I'm glad I spotted it early and stopped straight away. Older tractors are obviously nicer to work on because you can get to everything. Everything's just here, but it's still pretty fiddly. What I'm trying to do now, before I put the final liquid in the radiator, just trying to flush all of the horrible rusty brown stuff that has built up over the years. It's inevitable that it's going to happen. But it's coming out cleaner now. Now it's coming out nice and clear. Just let all the drips go. And then I can put this back on, tighten it all up, put more fluid in, and hopefully she will start and will be purring as normal. 1, 2, 1, 2,
3. Drove across the Natchez Bridge today. You opened up the door. Had to be wondering what's this handle for.
It feels like these are the original clamps from 1979. I'm just going to top up the oils as well while I'm here. Keep it all nice.
Gave us both a heart attack like you do most every day. Lord knows we wouldn't have it any other way.
It's the moment of truth. See how she behaves.
Your tornado rivers, just like your name, you're making your way back home. You saw a squirrel, you thought it was a monkey, big old smile, and said that you were funny. Every day's a party when you live like an ice cream cake. In a candy store with a criminal's grin, chocolate running down your chin again, skipping stones at sunset down at Nickajack Lake. Hey rivers, oh rivers, you're a joy tornado rivers, just like your name, you're making your way back home. Hey rivers, oh rivers, moving like all those Tennessee rivers, going to the ocean, making their way back home.
I've just ran the tractor for about 10 minutes, got no leaks, everything's back in working order, and I'm happy to have her back. So I'm just washing all of the grime off my hands because I got covered in tractor juices and fluids. But basically the next thing I'm going to do today, even though it's fairly warm, I want to get the trench for the pipeline filled fully back in, so there can't be any like problems of driving a tractor over it and maybe like causing a leak down the line. If it's all filled in, all the pipes are covered, it means they're safe and sound in the ground. And we're really lucky here in Portugal. Like I've said before, obviously you can see the weather is just gorgeous, and we only get probably 2 days of frost, 2 mornings of frost a year, and the frost is so minimal. So we're very lucky when we're doing pipelines and stuff like that, we don't have to dig it 4 foot into the ground. So I'm going to use the Enchada. Absolutely love this tool. It means I can break the dirt up. The dirt, since we dug the trench, has just been sitting on the side, drying out in the sun, getting really hard, so this will make my life easier. And we did actually have a day of rain last week, which is really weird for this time of the year. Usually we wouldn't really have any rain now until October, which is just crazy. It's a very dry climate here, which makes digging in the summer very difficult, but I'm pretty sure with this tool and the bit of rain we had, I can get going pretty quickly and fill this pipeline in.
Trouble it comes and goes. Trouble it finds a way, and I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready. Trouble it knows my name. Trouble knows where I stay, and I'm living. Yes, I'm living. Tell me everything, tell me everything, tell me everything. Gonna be
The goats will be happy. It's their time of the day to come out and just go and find some wild grapes. They love the vines, they love eating the grapes, they love the little apples, even the oranges. There's so much for them to eat here, so I'm going to let them out and look at their faces. They're going to be so stoked. Come on. Exploring time. This is so unlike them. I think maybe it's quite warm today, so they're just like, you know what, we just want to chill in the shade. But I'm pretty sure if I call them over down to one of the fruit trees, they'll be straight out. Come on, goaties. This isn't going to plan. Usually we let them out a little bit later, but I thought, finish my work for today. Let's let them out, and then maybe I can have an evening off. But they're just standing there like, I'm not sure. Come on. Come on.
if tragedy came today, will we keep on keeping on? Worry don't do a thing. Worry won't steal my day. So I'm hoping and I'm praying and laughing and dancing. Tell me everything, tell me everything, tell me everything. Gonna be alright. Oh, tell me everything, tell me everything, tell me everything. Gonna be alright. It'll be alright, it'll be alright, it'll be alright.
Follow me. They usually do, but I don't know what's happening today. Hello. That's my hand. I'm just picking some of the higher, smaller apples off the tree. They absolutely love these. They go through them like crazy, but luckily we got tons of trees and they enjoy eating them. We're not going to use them. Look at the size of these little apples. just spread them at the bottom of the tree for them, and they just forage. Another thing they love to eat are these wild vines. So you can see here, there's actually some little grapes growing on there that will get bigger obviously throughout the season, but these are not doing anything. We're not going to produce anything from these. These are just sprouted up in the ground. They're not going to produce much grapes or a very good wine, so they're happy to eat it. And look at them, so funny. They literally just munch through it like nothing. So I think I'm going to end this video there. We've had a super productive day. The tractor is fixed with the pipelines in, and we have water all the way to the top of the property, at the back of the barn, so we can start some plumbing soon, which means we can get further on with the kitchen. The goats have had a great time, the chickens are all good, and the farm is ticking along nicely. So make sure you tune in on the next video to see what we're up to.